Hi there and welcome back to my Japanese karaoke room where you can probably hear people singing through the wall, where we're going to be discussing AINA the End with Tokyo Ska Paradise Orchestra's new song, ZOKINGDOG. I think that's how you're supposed to say it. And wow, there's a lot to discuss here. Apart from anything else, I must say this is a collaboration that I am 100% all there for. I remember when we covered her previous album quite recently, only a few months ago, one of the things that really came across to me was that there was a sense that it was full of little experiments. None of the songs were necessarily something where you go, this is a timeless classic, but they were all really interesting ideas in my opinion. On top of that is the fact that I've always said, and I think many people have agreed, that AINA's got something of a bit of a smoky voice, something of a 10-a-day voice, in a good way, in a good sort of jazzy way. And to me, that's something that lends itself to maybe playing around with some jazzy musicians like Tokyo Ska Paradise Orchestra. It's interesting how they're called ska, but I think they do extend beyond ska, certainly in this song that has a bit more of a show tune vibe. And interestingly, is written pretty much, I don't think anyone's going to argue with this if I say it from the perspective of a dog. And wow, the energy that she delivers in slipping into that performance, slipping into that role, is brilliant. Like I say, it comes across as a show tune because you feel as much like she's acting as anything else. The real personality of her as a Bish member comes out here as well. You get that big performance vibe again that I would say is something very much that makes her a member of Bish. So, as a piece of music, does it work and how good is it? Well, I must say, obviously, musicianship, we have nothing to doubt there. We already know the pedigree, excuse the pun, of musician that we're working with, both in singer and band. But as a song... Sorry, I had to stop my phone for a second there. I was getting a lot of messages from someone. As a song, it's really, really good. I'm saying this completely honestly. I think that this is the first song that I've heard from AINA that's really felt like, yes, this actually is a single. It's not just an experiment. Everything works. And like I said, that is not being derogatory towards her previous works. I really enjoyed her last album. Although none of the songs, as I say, were particularly timeless, it was a really engaging listen. This, however, this is a proper single. It's catchy as hell. I love that chorus, which is basically just 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, in case you didn't know, is the, as well as being a Latin name, and the first number in the numeric order, if you don't include 0, is also the word in Japan that they use to denote the sound of a dog. They don't say woof, they say 1, so 1, 1, 1. It's, yeah, you see where this is going. But it just really is catchy and fun, and I really loved how when they went into that last chorus, they just went crazy, again, allowing the catchiness of the chorus to be mixed with the personality of the person singing, in that she went crazy and started doing multiple layers of it. And, you know, it worked. It was crazy, but not in a way that took away from the music. This had a lot of the values of a good sort of musical show tune. Not that I'm big into musicals usually. That's more from a sort of storyline perspective. I've never understood why, and halfway through a story, people stop to sing a song that usually itself does not progress the story anywhere. However, from a musical point of view, a lot of those songs are actually very good pieces of music. And this, like I say, is just a highlighting of using the best qualities of catchiness that you get from pop and rock, using that personality that certainly comes from being a member of a rock alternative girl band, admittedly, Bish, and also using that fun personality that comes from a show tune quality of giving it something of a narrative. And this just makes me think, I'm so excited to check out what she's going to be doing next. Her new EP, which I believe is either coming out very soon or might already be out. I mean, this to me sounds like an artist who's really hit the ground running here. Now, it might be in a large part because she's working with Tokyo Ska Paradise Orchestra, and yes, they are an artist who's known to just bring their level of quality to everyone they work with, and they've worked with some really diverse, interesting artists before, and just kind of they always seem to gel and do the right thing for them. So it might be partly that, but I do think that this song, a lot of the quality just comes from the fact that AINA is someone who, given the right material, can really make it work. And also, let's not miss the fact that her singing chops come across here brilliantly as well. She really does belt out some of these notes beautifully and with a wonderful sort of personality, as I mentioned before, that just shows that she's really coming of age as singer. So, we've got great musicianship, a great catchy song that is a great single that has a great sense of personality, is definitely memorable and shows an artist coming to new heights. I really think this is a good sign for her, and I hope she keeps it up. Yes, this is the sort of song which is, I think, such an effective use of all the talents at play that I'm not going to expect every song to be on this level. Maybe she'll have some better, maybe she'll have some worse in future, but to me it's a really good sign of an overall upwards trajectory for her that I'm really, really looking forward to following. Of course, I do hope she stays with Bish as well. But as I have mentioned recently, you know, I'm a big fan of Bish. I really enjoyed them, but they have, for a band who, one of their biggest quality is that they kind of have this ability to vary off into all different directions and do all kind of crazy sounds and perfect them every time. They have hit a little bit of a, we're going to do Kentacore a little bit too often kind of phase, and you know, this is something that's been coming up in my recent reviews. I don't know if I'm going to be posting my Bish album review before or after this one, but it's something that I do talk about in that as well if you haven't already seen it or it hasn't been posted yet. So another thing that's really relieving about this is getting to see one of those talented artists from Bish go out and do something that again shows that variation that to me was one of the highest points, one of the highest qualities of Bish as a group. So this is a really unexpected, unique song that's going to stay in my memory. I'm certainly going to enjoy listening to this a lot more, and I really like the fact that the video kind of done nice and simply to the point in a way that just worked well. Also, that was fantastic. I haven't got much more to really say about this one except for to do what we have to do and give this song its metaphor. So, ZOKINGDOG, tell me if someone knows how to pronounce that, by AINA the End, with Tokyo Sky Paradise Orchestra, is the invention of coffee shochu. It's a mixture of two things you already know are brilliant, but the result is so much better than you could have possibly imagined. So there you go, and I look forward to seeing your comments on this video because all opinions about music are subjective after all, so share yours and let's get this conversation started. A big thank you to anyone who likes or subscribes or follows any of the social medias linked in the description below. An even bigger thank you to our Patreons who of course keep this channel running because no adverts, we're not monetized. And a final special thank you to you for making it through to the end of this video. So until I hopefully see you very soon in Japan for the next one of these, for now, ciao ciao.